I am Michelle Gongora, Chief of Safety and District Services for Caltrans District 11. I'd like to welcome you all to Day 1, PAC Day, of our 16th Annual Procurement and Resource Fair, brought to you all virtually this year. To kick off this event, I'd like to pass the baton to our District Director, Gustavo Gallarda, for the opening remarks.
Thank you, Michelle, for the opportunity to say a few words to members of our small business community. Good morning, everyone. I can't believe it's been a year since our last procurement fair. I'm really excited to welcome you all to our first virtual procurement and resource fair, led by the District 11 Small Business Team, the Small Business Council, and the San Diego Public Agency Consortium. 2020 has certainly been a challenging year for all of us, both personally and professionally. All levels of business have been impacted, both big and small. Through these challenging times, District 11 will continue its commitment to provide the general public with a safe and reliable transportation system. Construction and maintenance projects are vital for a multimodal transportation system. As contractors and suppliers, you all play a significant role in helping us deliver these projects. At District 11, we are committed to virtual outreach events which provide opportunities to small business vendors and contractors during these times of uncertainty. It is vital that we continue to support the small business community and provide contracting and commodity opportunities to small, disabled veteran, and disadvantaged businesses. For the small businesses out there seeking opportunities to work with Caltrans, there are several ways for you to get involved. The first way is to join our Small Business Council meetings. The Council has two committees, Professional Services and Construction and Commodities, that meet 5 times a year. To be more involved, we encourage representatives from diverse groups and organizations to apply for Council membership to allow Caltrans to hear from multiple perspectives. The Small Business Council meeting is the platform and opportunity to share concerns and successes you've had, either as a contractor or a vendor. If you are interested in Small Business Council, please reach out to our small business team. Our team can provide you with the resources you need to get started and steer you down the right path. They will provide personal one-on-one meetings with businesses that need assistance, as well as provide how to do business with Caltrans workshops every month. Scheduling a meeting with them is as easily as sending an email. All of us at District 11 value the small business community, which are the pillars of our economy. It is essential that we all support small business whenever we have an opportunity to. As the District Director for District 11, I encourage you to get certified, get involved, and make a difference. We have an exciting 3 days of events for you beginning today, which is Meet the Public Agency Consortium. I will pass you back to Michelle to go over this in more detail. Thank you all for joining us today, and please enjoy the fair.
Thank you, Gustavo. This morning we have the pleasure of the following PAC members joining us: Caltrans District 11, San Diego County Regional Airport Authority, Naval Facilities Engineering Command, San Diego County Regional Water Authority, North County Transit District, Metropolitan Water District, SANDAG, Port of San Diego, and UC San Diego. You're also invited to register for the PAC session this afternoon with the following PAC participants: Caltrans District 11, Metropolitan Transit System, San Diego Unified School District, County of San Diego, Procurement Technical Assistance Center, Small Business Development Center, San Diego Housing Commission, and the Department of General Services. Tomorrow, Day 2 of our event, we have 3 workshops available: How the State Buys Contracting 101, which is provided by the Department of General Services, Find Your Buyer, provided by the Small Business Development Center at 11 a.m., and Creating Winning Proposals for Government Contracts, provided by Procurement Technical Assistance Center at 1 p.m. These workshops have a wealth of information that is beneficial for companies that are new to government contracting or need a refresher. there's still time to register for tomorrow's workshop activities. Day 3 of the fair will give you the unique opportunity to hear directly from Caltrans purchasers. We have purchasers from various divisions participating on Day 3, and those purchasers will share the description of items they regularly purchase, as well as a list of items they are currently interested in purchasing and need quotes for. Different purchasers are scheduled at each session, so we do encourage you to register for both the morning and the afternoon session. Now that you know what to expect over this 3-day event, I'd like to pass it back to Maisel Mathis, who will be introducing our first PAC panelist.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump right in. Our first panelist is Maria Ibarra by Caltrans District 11. Maria, tell us about Caltrans and your role with our agency.
Hi, Ms. Bell. Yes, absolutely. I'm Maria Ibarra. I'm a small business liaison at Caltrans District 11. Our district covers 2 counties, San Diego and Imperial County. Our mission as the district small business team is to promote the utilization of small, disadvantaged, and disabled veteran-owned businesses in procurement and contracting to further contribute to Caltrans' overall mission of enhancing California's economy and livability. Our small business team ensures to actively involve the small business community by meeting with companies one-on-one, facilitating outreach events, including our local small business council meetings, and providing workshops on how to do business with Caltrans. We also provide a bi-monthly newsletter called On Ramp to Small Business. This is a good resource for everyone of information on what is happening within our district.
So, Maria, talking about what's happening on our district, can you give us some upcoming opportunities or projects that the audience can expect to see from Caltrans?
Yes. So we have a few that's coming up really soon, and if it's in Cal eProcure, where you can, we'll talk more about the Cal eProcure in a little bit, but to look for these contracts, we have a place hot mix alpha asphalt, which is at HMA, curb ramps and electrical work, which actually closes 9/23 at 2 p.m., so get on that in Cal eProcure. So that's contract number 11-418104. We also have one coming up, closing on the 24th, which is the small engine repair in San Diego County. That's 11A3142. And then on-call pest control services closes on 10/1, and that's 11A3136. We also have one upcoming project in Contractors Corner. You can find that information as a major construction project. It's 11-419304, and it's an HMA, curb ramps and electrical work, and it has a 10% DBE requirement.
Okay, that's great. It sounds like there's a lot of opportunities there. So how does a small business or a business interested in bidding in these projects, what are some requirements that they need to meet?
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier about Cal eProcure, which is a platform. We all use this. A lot of local agencies use the platform, and it is by the Department of General Services, a platform system. So projects advertising Cal eProcure, you must be registered in Cal eProcure, and while you're in there, we highly recommend you get certified, as well as your company, if your company qualifies for certification. Caltrans recognizes 4 certifications. We have the small business, which includes the micro small business and the small business for the purpose of public works. We also recognize the disabled veteran business enterprise, or DVBE. These are certified through the Department of General Services. We also recognize the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, or DBE certification. This certification is through the California Unified Certification Program, or CUCP. Caltrans is one of the 8 certifying agencies for DBE, so if you would like to submit your application directly, it would have to be through the Office of Civil Rights in Sacramento. Bidding requirements, it differs based on the contracting methods utilized by Caltrans. We encourage you to join us on day 3, actually, on our virtual procurement fair on this Thursday, September 24th. As our very own Mila Tello, she'll be providing an overview of our Caltrans procurement processes. So it's a really good event to participate in. Our district also provides, I mentioned earlier, how to do business with Caltrans workshops. So we can also provide 1-hour overview of certification, procurement methods, and provide lots and lots of resources.
Great. That's a lot of information. So for our participants out there that offer commodities, can you give us a list of examples of what Caltrans actually purchases?
Yes. So Caltrans purchases a long list of items from asphalt, barriers and power tools to wall clocks, paper towels and calendars. Our district also purchases automotive parts such as fuel filters, all caps, pumps, gaskets, and seals. Our district can procure so many different products and services, even things that would never cross someone's mind. So, for instance, we procure groats to clear greeneries for projects. So, one of our top 10 most frequently purchased commodities include miscellaneous hardware, traffic signs, printer, paper materials. So to get more of a comprehensive list of items we've purchased or are looking to purchase in the upcoming weeks, you can join us in day 3, again this Thursday. We will be providing each participating district's purchasers a specific needs list.
Okay, so that's definitely an opportunity that you don't want to miss. Thank you, Maria. Alma, do we happen to have any questions for Maria today?
Hi there. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay there. But there's no major questions at the moment. We do have quite a few folks that are new to bidding with Caltrans, and particularly Farah is interested in what are ways that a new company can get connected to Caltrans.
So a startup company can definitely reach out to us, to District 11, and we can provide them with information, resources as far as bidding opportunities, where to look for, websites that are full of information on how to bid on items, because as I mentioned earlier, bidding requirements, it differs from contracting methods that we use for that particular project. So what I would suggest is connecting with us, and the contact information we can provide later, or you can email us at d11.smallbusiness@dot.ca.gov, and we can schedule a one-to-one meeting, and you can ask us all the questions customized to your situation, your company, and we'll be able to help you from there.
Excellent. And we have quite a few contractors and vendors and all kinds of folks asking about various services. Now, as far as I know, I believe on day 3, we will have specific buyers from Caltrans going over the specifics of what Caltrans is actually purchasing right now, including things like IT, janitorial, all kinds of stuff. What do you suggest? Do you suggest folks log on for specifics on day 3?
Absolutely. We encourage everyone. We highly recommend it. We have some maintenance crews that are coming on board to present their needs list. It'll be sample list of purchases they've done in the past, as well as purchases that they are planning to procure in a few weeks and the next couple months. So I highly recommend folks to join us on day 3 of our fair.
Excellent. I think that covers the majority of it. I will repeat that there's a lot of folks that are also asking, how do I get an appointment with Caltrans? How do I get to talk to you? So I will repeat that same email that we talked about earlier, d11.smallbusiness@dot.ca.gov to get an appointment with someone from the small business team. And I think that covers it for the questions for Caltrans.
Okay. Thanks, Alma.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alma. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go ahead and bring out our next panelist. We have Maria Carros with San Diego County Regional Airport Authority. Hi, Maria. Maria, I just wanted to see if you're available.
Hi, Maria. You appear to be on mute.
Okay, thanks. Hi, Maria. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. So if you can go ahead and tell us a little bit about San Diego County Regional Airport Authority and your role with the agency.
Absolutely. Good morning. My name is Maria Quiroz, and I'm with the San Diego International Airport. I'm currently the interim manager for the small business development. My role is to build relationships between the airport and the small business community by providing valuable resources that exceed expectations and increase our diversity.
Great. So for any upcoming opportunities, do you have a list available that you can share with us?
Yes, absolutely. We have a few solicitations right now. We have 8 open solicitations in Planet Bids. We utilize Planet Bids as our portal. And our solicitations that are currently open are ranging from airfield lighting parts to potential concession manager model programs. Also a QHP project, which is our residential sound program. All solicitations are posted in our Planet Bids portal. I also want to share with everybody that our board approved and awarded the construction of the replacement of Terminal 1. The contract was awarded to Turner Flatiron, which is a joint venture, and there will be several of outreach events in the future for opportunities for this new terminal, so please make sure to register with us. We also have a future list, professional, construction, concessions that are posted in our website at www.san.org/small-business. Under Overview, these lists will help you see what we have in the pipeline before they're posted in our Planet Bids portal. So what you could do is review these lists, and then if you have any questions, reach out to us before they get posted, because once they get posted in Planet Bids, we really can't answer any questions unless they go through procurement.
That's actually a lot of great opportunities that are coming through these channels. For the businesses that are interested in bidding on those projects, Maria, is there any requirements that they have to meet before they can bid?
Yes, so there's always different requirements, so make sure that you register in Planet Bids. That is at www.san.org/business. That will take you directly to our Planet Bids portal. And then there, once the solicitation is posted, you could go ahead and review the specs and see what the requirements are for each project that's posted. When you go in to register, it's very important that you list your licenses, your certifications, and especially your NICS codes. I also want to encourage everybody to apply for the local business enterprise certification that we have at the airport. If your business is located in the County of San Diego, please visit our Planet Bids portal or our website at www.san.org/small-business under Resources to view the requirements to get registered. This certification applies to all our projects with policy 5.12 that provides preferences to our small, local, and veteran businesses.
So it sounds like a lot of people need to do their homework before they bid on a project.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's what we're there for. If they have any questions, please reach out to us. We are there to help the community and answer any questions. And if we don't have the question, we will find it for you.
Okay, that's great, Maria. So for our companies out there that offer commodities, do you have any frequently purchased items that the airport authority frequently purchases or has purchased in the past?
Yes, so even though we are at the airport, we do purchase very, very, very different items, from office supplies to coffee services to beverages, paper goods, IT equipment, and even vehicles.
I'm using vehicles for the airport. Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, we do have our own vehicle fleet, so yes, we do. So definitely reach out to us. Also, if you have a specific product that you're selling and you think that the airport could utilize, reach out to us. We could always connect you to the right department to purchase those items if we need them.
Okay, that's a really great opportunity for those that have out-of-the-box type of ideas. Well, thank you, Maria, for providing that information. Alma, do we have any questions for Maria?
We do have just not so much a question, but more so a clarification. Some folks are asking if you could please go over how vendors can look over jobs available to small businesses or projects available to small businesses before they're posted.
So before they're posted in Planet Bids, you could only view the list, the future list that we have on our website. However, that doesn't specify how small the project or how big the project is. Once it's posted in our Planet Bids, you will be able to see what the project is about and how much, and to see what primes are bidding that project. So if you're a small business, your homework is to reach out to all those primes that are going to be working, because most likely that project has goals or participation numbers that they need to meet. And so that's when you go ahead and do your homework there. Also, we have a program that's on-call, ready service. It is done by the airport, and it's trade specific. And those contracts go out for 3 years with optionals of 2 years. But what's the beauty of those contracts, and that's where I mainly focus some of our small contractors, is to start bidding on that work, because what happens is you go in and you bid and you become a shortlisted contractor for that specific trade, and then that contract for the 3 years, you're only bidding against 2 or 3 or 4 other contractors for that work. It doesn't get posted anywhere else. The contract is for 3 years, and only this short list of contractors that were chosen will be able to bid on that work, and that work is trade specific.
Excellent. And just also, if you could repeat for our vendors the types of certifications that the airport uses to recognize participation on their projects.
We do small business, we do local, we do veteran, and DBE for our projects that are federal funded.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Maria. That's all the questions I believe that we have for the moment. And back to you, Maisel.
All right. Thank you, Alma. Thank you, Maria. Maria Barr is actually going to come out and introduce our next panelist.
Our next panelist is from NAVFAC, Robert Zakaria from Office of Small Business Programs, and Jennifer McGuire from Office of Small Business Programs.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Hi,
Good
Jennifer.
morning.
Hi, Zach.
My
Can you
video
tell
is
us?
stuck. My video is stuck.
Oh, that's okay. We can hear you.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your agency and your role within NAVFAC?
Yep, Jennifer and I are both deputy directors for small business. We manage all matters concerning small business for NAVFAC Southwest. We have 6 states in the Southwest. We're responsible to implement the Department of Defense socioeconomic programs. We are the primary focal point for the Small Business Administration. We aid, counsel, and assist small businesses by providing advice and any concerns to the small business, and acquisition procedures, information regarding proposals, and instructions on how to do business with NAVFAC. We maintain the outreach program and develop small business interest with NAVFAC. We serve as members on the technical evaluation boards, and there are large procurements that utilize small business subcontracting. We make recommendations to the NAVFAC procurement regarding small businesses, small business goals, and monitor small business utilization. And we assist in resolving inquiries and protests related to small business matters. We purchase major construction, new construction, renovation, repair facilities, buildings, structures, roads, runways, piers, parks, utility systems. We have environmental studies, evaluation, remediation, hazardous cleanup, architect and engineering services, civil engineering, mechanical, electrical, environmental, site assessments, and also services, natural resources, preservation, cultural resources, janitorial, groundskeeping, guard services, operations, and maintenance.
Thanks, Zach. Can you tell us a little bit about upcoming opportunities or list of projects?
Well, actually, on our small business website, on the small business page, if we Google NAVFAC Southwest, AV Facilities Southwest, we have a long-range acquisition forecast. Actually, it's 8 pages long. We post our opportunities on beta.sam.gov and use a keyword of N as in Navy, 62473. That'll bring up NAVFAC Southwest opportunities. And also for acquisitions that are $4 million and below, we award sole source to 8A contractors. And I recommend a daily search. It'll take less than 5 minutes to search daily on beta.sam.gov. And also go to the NAVFAC Southwest Small Business page and search for our awarded contracts, our multiple award contracts for subcontracting opportunities. Our prime contractors are posted there. And we have a major earthquake, the earthquake in Ridgecrest, California back on July 4th and 5th of 2019 had major construction or major damage to the base up there. And for fiscal year 2021, there's about $2 billion worth of work that's going to be done up there. So there's major subcontract work up there. There's an anticipated almost $2 billion worth of work in the NAVFAC Southwest region. So there's almost $4 billion worth of work for NAVFAC Southwest, and a lot of it's look for subcontract work. So it's beta.sam.gov is where you're going to find lots of opportunities.
All right, thanks, Zach. Also, for those projects, can you tell us bidding requirements or how to get on those contracts?
Jennifer, you want to take over?
Sure. The website that we post all of our procurements on, Zach mentioned, and it's www.beta.gov.sam.
Sam.gov.
And Pardon me?
SAM.gov.
www.beta.sam.gov. And if anyone has heard about that website, it's new. So you have to know that there used to be an old website called Federal Business Opportunities, or FBO. If you are familiar with that term, that has gone away, and we've migrated to SAM. So everything is on that website. You'll find all of our procurements that we're soliciting listed. But one thing that I want to mention that's really very, very, very important is one of somebody asked a question for the Airport Authority. How do we find about your procurements before they're actually posted for bid and the proposals are due in a few days? One of the most important things is to know that we send out sources sought. And that means we want to know who's out there, who's interested in doing work with the government, who's interested in this very specific project that we're requesting sources from. So it's called Sources Sought. It's posted on the SAM website that we've just mentioned. And you should definitely take a hard look at those. It's a request to give us a quick synopsis of who you are, can you do this work, what have you done of similar type work, and what is your socioeconomic status? This will help us know how many small businesses are out there and whether we can set this procurement aside for a socioeconomic program or we go on an unrestricted basis. So if you don't tell us that you're out there, we might miss you and we might not know that you're there, and we might not be able to set that project aside for women-owned small business or service-disabled veteran-owned small business or small disadvantaged business or whatever the category might be. There's several more. But it's really, really important. We have several small businesses tell us, hey, I'm only 2 or 3 deep and I don't have the resources to answer each sources sought. My advice to you is to make the time. It's very, very important so we know who you are, that you're out there and you're interested. And that way we can set a procurement aside for your socioeconomic status category.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Zach and Jennifer. Alma, do we have any questions for NAVFAC?
We actually have a couple of questions for NAVFAC. The first is we have a few vendors asking about the code that's necessary once folks go to the website that was mentioned. What is the NAVFAC Southwest code in beta.sam.gov?
So I'll repeat that for you. That code is our unit identification code, and it's the code that is assigned just to NAVFAC Southwest. You can key that in, as Zach mentioned, into the SAM website under the keyword, which is where you're pulling procurement. So if you key this code in, and I'll tell it to you in just a second, you'll get all the procurements and all the sources sought that come specifically from our command. And that number is N as in Navy, 62473. I'll repeat, N62473. That code identifies Southwest, as I said, and it is the first digits of every contract that we award.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And just one more question for NAVFAC. Do folks need to have any specific clearances, certifications, or anything of the like in order to work with NAVFAC? And is it an advantage to have a GSA schedule item?
So I'll take that. Some of our procurements require special clearance. It just depends if we're renovating or building a very highly sensitive facility, a clearance might be required, and that would be listed in the solicitation. Now, all of our projects require like a security clearance or a secret or whatever clearance that might be. The information would be clearly outlined on the procurement or the solicitation as to what the requirement is. To go to the second question about the GSA schedule. So NAVFAC Southwest, we have contracting authority to enter into contracts for all that big laundry list of stuff that Zach mentioned. We have the authority for anything facilities, construction, and keeping a base running. So think about Navy, Marine Corps bases in the Southwest region of the United States. If there's something that has to do with a facility, NAVFAC is going to be the one that awards a contract. Do we use GSA schedules at NAVFAC Southwest? Yes, sometimes we do. I'll give you an example. Sometimes we need workforce that augments our own workforce. So instead of putting a contract together to augment our workforce for engineers, for secretaries, for human resources associates, whatever kind of augmentation we might need, we might go to the GSA schedule and pull off of the GSA schedule. That is the way that we might use the GSA schedule. We could use it for other things as well, services or some supplies and such, but typically our major volume of business and work are contracts that we award ourselves. So just in overall government terms, there are many different commands that do different things. For example, NAVFAC is the facilities. NAVSUP is the supplies. NAVC buys ships. NAVAIR buys airplanes. And so we all have our own niche, and that's where we're focused. But to buy things that are organic for our own internal workforce, we very well might use the GSA schedule. Over.
Excellent.
One more thing. Companies need to register in SAM to do any business with the government at all. Any agency, any federal agency, need to register in SAM, Systems for Award Management. And PTAC can help, or business development centers can help register if a small business needs to assistance in registering in SAM.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the answer to a lot of the questions that have been asked here. There's a lot of questions about very specifics. I think SAM, if folks going to SAM will be able to figure out whether NAVFAC is where you go, NAVSUP, all that different kind of stuff that you all detailed already. Well, that covers it for NAVFAC at the moment, and I'll send it back to Maysel and Maria.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Alma. Thanks, Jennifer and Zach.
All right, so I'll go ahead and introduce our next panelist. We have Craig Belden with San Diego County Water Authority. Hi, Craig.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
We are happy to have you. So, Craig, if you could just tell us a little more about your agency and what you do for San Diego County Water Authority.
Sure, I'd be happy to. So for those that aren't aware, the San Diego County Water Authority is the region's wholesale water supplier. We help sustain our region's $245 billion economy and quality of life for 3.3 million residents through a multi-decade water supply diversification plan, major infrastructure investments, and forward-thinking policies that promote fiscal and environmental responsibility. A public agency created in 1944, the Water Authority delivers a safe, reliable, wholesale water supply at an affordable cost to 24 retail water agencies, including cities, special districts, and a military base. I support the Water Authority's mission by managing outreach and communications tactics that educate and engage stakeholders about water supply projects and programs, including the Water Authority Small Business Program, our Small Contractor Outreach and Opportunities Program.
So, Craig, you talk about opportunities. Can you give us a list of upcoming formal opportunities or projects that might interest our audience?
Right, absolutely. So we actually have 3 requests for proposals that are currently out for bid. The first is Moosa Canyon Pipelines Repair and Replacement Planning Study. RFPs for that are due on September 30th. And then we have an RFP that's out for Integrated Regional Water Management Program Support Services. RFPs are due September 28th for that. Then we have an RFP out for Landscape Maintenance Services. RFPs for that are due on September 28th as well. We're also looking to purchase plug valves, ball valves, and metal-seated butterfly valves. There's also a construction project that we're anticipating to bid in October that will demolish and replace a storage reservoir in Valley Center. More information about these and other upcoming opportunities can be found on our Contracting Opportunities webpage. And I think they'll provide a link to that in the chat bar, but it's sdcwa.org/contracting-opportunities.
Great. So for those interested in participating or bidding on those projects, is there any requirements they have to meet before they can bid?
Right. So folks would have to check the bid requirements. It does depend on the procurement type and size. Some of those requirements are identified in our Contracting Opportunities page. But really, to get more information about a particular upcoming opportunity, including to be able to download the RFP, folks should register in the Water Authority's vendor registration system. It's called the network, and more information about the network is on our website, sdcwa.org/vendor-registration. So once folks are registered there, they can apply for the small business certification that the network offers. They can also access more information, as I mentioned, about the solicitations. They can also receive notifications when new solicitations are posted there.
Okay, great. Definitely a good tip for those interested in doing business with you. So for those companies that offer commodities, I know you mentioned purchasing a lot of different valves. Is there any other type of items that that your agency purchases?
Right. So, as you might imagine, much of what the Water Authority purchases is directly related to planning, innovating, and providing a safe and reliable water supply to our 24 retail water agencies. And then there's things such as engineering and construction management services, valves and meters, and pressure transmitters. So those are kind of the core part of our what we purchase. But we also purchase typical items that other businesses purchase, that other public agencies purchase, things like office supplies and equipment, computer equipment and software, auto parts for our fleet vehicles. We also purchase promotional items, in fact, items for our SCOOP program. As I mentioned, landscaping services that is currently out for bid. We also need electrical services, information systems consulting, janitorial services. That's a big one in this day and age with what we're going through right now. We purchase environmental services and temporary staffing services. There's a whole variety of things that we purchase in addition to just things for water.
That's definitely a lot of unexpected services that you purchase. Thank you, Craig. Alma, do we happen to have any questions for Craig today?
Not too many questions. Most folks are just really interested in the opportunities and wanting to get registered. We're just sending out a reminder that folks can register on the posted link in the chat, and also contracting opportunities are also posted online, and that link has also been made available on the chat. But just in case, I'll just repeat it for everyone. It's www.sdcwa.org/contracting-opportunities, and I'll be posting it in the Q&A in just a second as well.
All right. Thank you, Alma. Thank you, Craig.
Great. Thank you.
Our next panelist is Bradley Sarin from North County Transit District. Hi, Bradley.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Can you tell us about your agency and your role within NCTD?
Absolutely. So for those who are not aware, the North County Transit District offers transportation services for northern San Diego County. That includes our commuter rail service, which is the Coaster, our light rail service, which is our Sprinter, and our bus system, which is our Breeze, which is our fixed route, our Lyft, which is our paratransit, and our Flex, which is our on-demand transportation services. Personally, I am responsible for managing NCTD's Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program, which means ensuring that opportunities are available for DBEs and other small businesses, ensuring that all prime contractors are complying with all applicable requirements, and conducting on-site visits and other audits as per FTA regulations.
Perfect. Thanks, Bradley. Can you tell us any upcoming formal opportunities or list of projects you have coming up?
Yes. So some of our upcoming projects include server upgrades, which is going to be, the solicitation is due at the end of September. We have a fire suppression upgrade in October, jib cranes, wayside power cabinets, propane gas line repairs, and Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Disparity Study.
All right, and a little bit of information on bidding requirements, on anything as far as contract information?
Yes, so any information about bid requirements or how to do business with NCTD would be posted on our website, which is gonctd.com/about-NCTD/business-with-NCTD. Additionally, additional information can be found on NCTD's Planet Bids vendor portal. The vendor portal allows interested vendors to register as a bidder online, search for upcoming bid requests as well as previous requests, order and download documents, and even submit bids electronically.
Perfect. And can you tell us a little bit about sample items you've purchased in the past, just real quick?
Yes. NCTD, on top of doing the operations of the different transportation services, there is also maintenance involved with that. So we also have general administrative offices and other offices all throughout Oceanside and northern San Diego County. So there isn't typically one type of thing that we purchase all the time. It always changes depending on what it is that we're looking for. But some past purchases that our agency has procured are financial auditing services, IT surveillance equipment, pressure washers, backpack, decal printing and removal and installation services, vending machine services, bridge repair, shop floor coatings, and other IT services.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Bradley. Alma, do we have any questions for Bradley?
No big questions, just in particular, what about business services, specifically marketing, advertising, graphic design? Are there any needs for this for NCTD, or should a interested vendor contact the prime directly?
We definitely utilize those services depending on what's going on. We do have different marketing and advertising materials that we need to get printed and make sure that goes out to the public. Website development we just issued about a year ago, but we also have PR and other services. Any information on those types of contracts that are upcoming will be posted to our Planet Bids. So it is important for any interested vendors to go ahead and register with NCTD's Planet Bids and enter the information about their company, because once there is an opportunity that becomes available that matches what they do, they'll automatically be sent an email notification letting them know that there is a procurement opportunity available and the link to get more information on that.
Excellent. And one more quick question. Do you accept any certifications from other organizations, such as the City of LA, the county, or any of the coalition of the public agencies?
Currently, we accept Disadvantaged Business Enterprise certification, which can be issued through LA Metro and other transportation agencies in California, and then small business, which is done through the state of California.
Excellent. All right. That covers it for NCTD at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Bradley and Alma.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and introduce our next panelist. We have Lydia McGee with Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Hi, Lydia.
Good morning.
Good morning. So Lydia, if you can tell us a little more about MWD and what your role is with your agency.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me this morning as a panelist. A little about Metropolitan Water District. Metropolitan Water District of Southern California is a regional wholesaler that provides water to our 26 member agencies to deliver water either directly or through their sub-agencies. And that includes to about 19 million people living in Los Angeles, Orange County, Riverside, San Bernardino, San Diego, and Ventura counties, which are our 6 county service areas. And those are actually our member agencies, our 26 customers. Metropolitan covers 5,200 square miles that range just from Ventura County to the Mexican border. In a nutshell, that's pretty much what Metropolitan does. One other thing that's very, very important is that we import water from the Colorado River and the Northern California to supplement local supplies and help our members develop increased water conservation, recycling, storage, and other resource management programs. My role in the business outreach team is basically supporting the business outreach programs. I basically promote business and economic development in the area of contracting opportunities for regional, small, and disabled veteran businesses. In a nutshell, identifying and vetting those vendors, consultants, contractors that can do business with us, including education, and overseeing our training program, our vendor development program for our small business enterprise, disabled veteran enterprise, along with hosting and participating in various training workshops and events such as this.
So since MWD covers such a large area, is there a lot of opportunities that might interest our audience today?
You know, I don't want to say a lot. There are opportunities, and keep in mind, Metropolitan is a wholesaler of water, so that covers a very, very large area. We have 26 member agencies, but I'm going to focus on MWD. And the first place to start is our website, which is key. Is where we post our vacancies as well as opportunities. But that would be www.mwdh2o. That's the letter O, the number 2, the letter O like oxygen.com. That's so important. And what I always tell those seeking to do business with us, if you think Metropolitan might be a little too large for some of the opportunities, we have 26 member agencies posted on our website which links. And those are also marketing tools to market your business and see opportunities that are available in the water space for our various member agencies as well. So that's where a lot of the opportunities come in. Metropolitan, in addition to our member agencies, who also have sub-agencies and member agencies as well.
So does a company have 2 different requirements if they want to do business with MWD or your related or affiliate?
Well, I can only cover MWD because our member agencies, the connection is the water connection. They buy water from us. Everything else in terms of opportunity, they go directly to our member agents. And the panel as well. But we is solicitation and that would be www.mwdh2o.com. under doing business with us, you just arrow down and you can get registered. Our certification process, number one, get registered. Number two, if you're a small business, you want to get certified with us. That process will take about 15 minutes. If you're already certified with DGS, because we have reciprocity with the state of California, if not, it'll take you about 30 minutes. But that's very, very important to get registered in our database, certified if you're a small business or DVBE, and of course the state certifies DVBEs, because if you're not in our database, we don't know you exist. Very important. And you want to get those bid solicitations and notices.
Great. Thank you, Lydia. So is there any purchasing opportunities besides, or is that listed on that website as well?
It's listed on our website, but we do, and I can just real briefly go over the opportunities. For our RFPs, the current opportunities listed on our website are insurance broker services, facilitation of Metropolitan's work group for the rate structure refinement project, for our IT people, cloud-based e-commerce. Then our RFBs include unleaded fuel for all of Metropolitan's facilities, lab supplies for our inventory replenishment contract, industrial steel catalog products, and support renewal. We don't have anything right now on the construction side, but one area that's very, very important is our CIP, which is our capital investment projects. That's a $250 million construction project, and we also list those areas. It could include some IT projects, but that's where we approve our projects. Our board approves the projects for the year, and that can be found on our website. If you look across the ribbon under About Your Water, arrow down to capital projects, then arrow down to the proposed capital investment plan appendix, and that lists all of our projects that are approved for this fiscal year.
Thank you so much, Lydia. That's a lot of great information. Alma, do we happen to have any questions for Lydia today?
No questions at this time for Lydia. We were able to answer a lot of them by just sending folks the portal for going on to Planet Bids and getting information there.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Lydia. Thank you, Alma.
Okay, before I present our next presenters, I wanted to just remind everyone we have a lot of information thus far, but we tried to use the chat box, putting as much information as we can. So feel free to go through the chat box, copy anything, contact information, phone numbers, addresses, and things like that. That's available to you. As a reminder, we will be sending these information as well after our event. So next up is San Diego Association of Government, SANDAG. We have Elaine Richardson, Director of Diversity and Equity, and Crystal Ayala, Associate Regional Planner. Hi, guys.
Thank you, Maria. Good morning, everyone. I just want to thank Caltrans for inviting us to this fantastic event. It's great participation and great information for all of you out there listening. So SANDAG is the Metropolitan Planning Organization. We're responsible for transportation and planning for the entire region. And our objective is to improve the quality of life in San Diego. We're governed by a board of 18 cities in the county. And what we do at SANDAG, our Office of Diversity and Equity, is we want to make sure that we break down those barriers for small and disadvantaged businesses so that you have the same opportunities as any size business that wants to do work at SANDAG. So I'm going to go through my things really quickly because we're kind of going to be non-standard, as you know, SANDAG always is. So I did want to tell you we have our very first virtual speed networking event that's coming up on October 6th and 7th. 8:30, we're going to be having a kickoff. This is for our construction management procurement that hasn't been quite released yet, but we're going to go ahead had with our virtual speed networking. And it's $150 million of construction management services. So we have a bench program. Make sure you get certified, registered, et cetera, so that you can join our bench. If you want more information about that event, please go to sandag.org/smallbiz, or you can also use the SBC coordinator that you just saw on our slide. So the reason that we're going to be a little bit non-standard is that Sandag has this huge new program called the 5 Big Moves, and it is going to transform how we move people and goods throughout the San Diego region. And I didn't want you to miss out on the opportunity to hear from our phenomenal planning folks, and Crystal Ayala is here to tell you all about it. So I'm going to turn this over to Crystal.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, everyone. So my name is Crystal Ayala. I'm a regional planner with the Mobility and Innovation team here at Sandag, and I'm part of the team that's been tasked by our board of directors to completely reimagine our transportation future and has really set the course for a really exciting time for Sandag that will come with new projects and new initiatives at Sandag. So in the next slide, you'll see what we're calling the framework for this new regional vision, which is the 5 big moves. And over the past 15 months, we've spent time going through data, researching the latest in technologies to develop a bold new transportation vision that will really set the framework for generations to come. So in this slide right here, you'll see the 5 big moves, the first of which is complete corridors, which are a fully connected system of managed lanes that uses data and technology to manage our roadway system in real time, as well as improvements on our rural corridors and our local streets that make it great to use transit, to walk, to bike. Transit Leap, which is a major investment in a network of high-speed, high-frequency transit services. Nothing like our region has ever seen before, with more than 90 miles of new rail that builds upon today's 55 miles of light rail service in the region. Our third move is mobility hubs, which are really places in our community where you can truly embrace that multimodal lifestyle. You have easy access to the Transit Leap network, as well as a variety of other transportation services and amenities that make it easy to imagine how you might move around without having to rely on your car for those day-to-day trips. Our fourth move is flexible fleets, and these are shared on-demand electric services that connect us to transit in our mobility hubs. Also serves shorter trips within the community that today sometimes we make by driving, but we could use a more sustainable alternative. And in areas that are hard to reach with transit, we can also use flexible fleets to provide that connection to our communities. And the last move is the next operating system. The 5 big moves, as I've kind of shared, is really, really contingent on data and technology. And the next operating system, which we lovingly call the brain of the transportation system, uses that data to manage the system in real time and provides the trip planning tools that make it easy to plan, book, and pay for all of your transportation needs. So an image speaks 1,000 words. So in the next slide, you'll see an image of today's San Ysidro Transit Center. And, you know, with the 5 big moves in action, you can really reimagine how today's port of entry could really be transformed into an all-encompassing mobility hub, a gateway into our region where you have seamless access to trolley services, to a new high-speed commuter rail. You have services, on-demand shuttles available to connect you to your school, to your grocery stores, and with amenities like bike repair stations, interactive travel kiosks, mobile retail services, and more, it really makes the transportation experience comfortable and really inviting for residents and for visitors alike. So it's these types of services and improvements that you see in the image here that we are looking to experts in their field to help us plan for, design, implement, and operate everything from roadway improvements on local streets like signal improvements to transit planning to on-demand shuttle operations or some of the amenities you see in this image here. The next slide, I just want to wrap up by just saying that it's a really exciting time for SANDAG as we continue to develop the 2021 regional plan, which will really lay the transportation vision for the future. And we're really looking for support from experts in their field to harness all of this wonderful innovation, data, and technology to really ensure that we're making the most of our current and future investments. So you can expect many new contracting opportunities that emphasize data, technology, sustainability, resiliency, and a team that can really distill all of these global and national trends and bring them to our region. So we encourage you to learn more about our regional vision and some of the other exciting work we have underway at SANDAG, and look forward to working with you.
Okay, and I just wanted to add, we've already had 3 procurements. So we do mini competitions for our task orders. And so we just launched the planning bench last year. We have over 100 firms. We definitely have room for more. And so we actually had 2 big events. Over 100 people attended these events because there's a lot of work that we have big goals. We have DBE goals on these task orders. So there is a lot of opportunity here at SANDAG for this big 5 moves, and that's why we wanted to present it to you. And Maria, I'll turn it back to you.
Yes, you have mentioned so many information, and thank you for that. Is there anything you want to add on, any upcoming opportunities here sooner than later?
Okay, so I do want you all to know, and you'll be able to access it. We have our upcoming projects list that will be posted. We have several construction projects, a lot of professional services procurements that are coming up. But in addition to our construction management procurement that's $150 million, we're going to have an architecture and engineering procurement very soon in the fall, and we're going to also have a speed networking for that, and that's going to be anywhere from $200 to $300 million. So we definitely want you, as small and disadvantaged businesses, to reach out to us, because we know during this pandemic that your business has been affected, and we want to help you. So please reach out to us. We're here. We're going to listen to you, but thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Elaine and Crystal. Amo, do we have any questions for SANDAG? I think we'll have to get back.
I think something could be with Alma's connection, but I did see a couple of questions in there briefly. It shared in the chat for the link to their information, but do you have a purchase long-term emergency store? Oh, sorry. Yes, a purchase long-term emergency storage water for emergency preparedness.
So that is a great question. We do have about 375 staff at SANDAG, but most of them are at home. So I don't, if you give me, I can actually ask our risk management person and facilities people if there's any plans to purchase that in the future, and I can definitely get back to you.
Thank you for that. And also, is there a timeline for the 5 big moves implementation?
Okay, I'll let Crystal answer that.
Yeah, so we're in the process of taking these big moves and transforming them into an actual draft plan for review. So you can expect that draft plan sometime in early spring of next year. At that time, it will be available for public review, and then we'll head to our board of directors for adoption in the fall.
Okay. Thank you, Crystal, for sharing that. I believe that's going to be all the questions we have today. I did want to mention all contact information will be shared also with all the participating attendees today. All right. Thank you.
All right. I actually have another question, if you don't mind, Elaine and Crystal. In your upcoming solicitations, will you set minimum mandatory usage of small minority women businesses? I think we lost Elaine as well. Okay, I'll have you pass it on to you.
Elaine, I think you might be muted. I cannot hear you.
We're having some technical difficulties.
I think they're back. Well, they're almost back. We have the Port of San Diego and UC San Diego coming up.
All right, so let me introduce, and I think I'm online again, so let me introduce our next presenter. And we have Port of San Diego, Shirley, you're right. Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Maria. Hi. Good morning, everybody.
Can you tell us a little bit about Port of San Diego and your role within the agency?
Sure, I'd be happy to. First of all, thank you for having this event. It's fantastic. So I am from the Port of San Diego. We are a special district that was set up by the state of California to serve the citizens of the state of California. We are made up of 5 different cities surrounding San Diego Bay, and basically we administer the coastal tidelands around the bay. We touch San Diego, Chula Vista, National City, Imperial Beach, and Coronado. We do consider ourselves an economic engine, creating jobs and generating dollars for the regional economy through the promotion of maritime trade, tourism, and other commercial activities. We also see ourselves as an environmental steward, preserving and enhancing the natural resources of the San Diego Bay and surrounding tidelands, as well as being a provider of community services, providing public access, public safety, recreation, and community activities along the waterfront for visitors and residents of the San Diego region. So my role as manager of equal opportunity is to administer and implement the Equal Opportunity Contracting Program, Equal Employment Opportunity, the Americans with Disabilities Act, and we also monitor the labor compliance and payment of prevailing wages on public works projects.
Thank you. Can you mention anything about upcoming formal opportunities or list of projects in the next coming weeks or months?
Sure. Everything we post formally is on our Planet Bids portal. So you can get all the information there. And it's specified as formal. That means it's probably over or close to $175,000. Right now, we do have 2 public works projects. One is to build a retaining wall in Centennial Park, which is in Coronado. There's a 5% small business participation goal on that particular project, and it does bid on October 7th. As of right now, if there is a change, you must be registered, so you would get all of the addendums or any additional information on that project. The other public works is a U.S. Coast Guard Phase 3 tenant improvements. It's about a $1.5 to $2 million public works project. There is a 12% SBE participation goal on that. It is also federally funded, so it does have a further breakdown of those goals to include hub zone, women-owned, disabled veterans, and minority-owned businesses as well. And then the other project we have is a request for proposals for courier services. So we have a board of port commissioners made up of 7 commissioners, and at least every month we have a meeting and we deliver packages to them in preparation for those board meetings. So again, everything formally is posted on Planet Bids. Anything that is under $175,000 can be directly negotiated, and it's a little less formal. So it's very important to be in our Planet Bids database so that we can locate you for those smaller opportunities.
Okay. Thanks for all the information on your upcoming contracts. Is there any bidding requirements that's different from each of the contracts?
So the bidding requirements will be dependent upon the type of procurement. For public works projects, obviously we're going to go with the low bidder. For request for proposals, it's based on experience and knowledge and services. Some of them, depending on whether it's maintenance or a different type of service, it could be based on low bid or best value. Download the specification or the request for proposal or request for quote or request for bid, whatever the document may be, and all of the requirements will be in there. We do have a pretty standard evaluation matrix, so you can kind of do some research up front to kind of understand what it is that we are going to be looking for. We have a weighted matrix where experience may be weighted will be greater weighted than perhaps cost in certain situations. So first of all, go to Planet Bids, get registered, then you will get notices for the type of procurements or products or services that you are looking for. You can also use that portal to look at past requests for proposals that might be similar to kind of get an idea. It's a great resource tool.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Shirley. Alma or Maisel, do we have any questions from the audience?
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back, Alma.
No questions for Shirley at this time directly, but is there any special insurance or bonding thresholds for DBE businesses?
Again, it would all depend on what type of project or what kind of, and also how large the project is. And it's all specified in each of the solicitation documents. But yes, for all of our public works projects, we are going to have a certain level of bonding requirements and also insurance.
Excellent. Okay, that's about it for the Port of San Diego.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. All right, next up, we have UC San Diego. We have Anthony Singleton. Hi, Anthony. I believe, Anthony, I think you're on mute. There you go.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Hey.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Michelle, and to the Caltrans team for this opportunity.
Thank you. Hey, Anthony, can you tell us about your role within UCSD?
Sure. Again, my name is Anthony Singleton. I'm the Chief Small Business Officer for UC San Diego, and I'm responsible for the supplier diversity programs, and I also oversee sustainability.
Okay. Any upcoming formal opportunities or list of projects coming up in the next few months?
Sure. Really quickly, though, we have a unified public bid system called CalUsource, right? So this is where it's a one-stop site for all businesses to participate and bid on our opportunities. So the university, we publicly post all of our requirements and needs online. So in visiting the system this morning, I went out there, I saw one for retail opportunities, then also one for medical and surgical supplies. And then on the construction side of the house, we have one for tenant improvements for the existing 22,000 square foot office space, also a fire pump upgrade opportunity.
Thanks, Anthony. Can you tell us a little bit about, I know there's a lot of contracts that's upcoming, but information on bid requirements or how to do business with UCSD?
Sure, I can do that, Maria. So businesses that are seeking to do business with UC San Diego can self-register in our UC public bid site via the CalUsource self-service portal, right? So this registration is not required to view bids. However, suppliers must register there if they would like to submit a bid opportunity. And the easiest way to get to that information is ipps.ucsd.edu. Again, that's ipps.ucsd.edu. And if you're interested in meeting with us face-to-face in a socially distant way, we invite you in for a capability meeting to present your products and services to our team.
All right. Anthony, and one last thing, if you can share with us a sample of items you've purchased in the past.
That's a very good question. I'm glad you asked. So we have purchased from crayons to cadavers, guns and ammunition to face painting and photo booth services. So you'd be surprised at what we procure. So to kind of give you an idea of a broad spectrum, we have on site, of course, we support our undergraduate and graduate instruction, research labs. We have our own daycare, K through 12 school, grocery stores, restaurants, bistros, gas stations, post offices, car rental services, hospitals, research vessels, police departments, theaters, our aquarium, and also animal care services. So it's pretty much a city within a city.
Absolutely. I think that's it. Alma, do we have any questions for Anthony?
No questions for Anthony at the moment. Folks are very interested in that site. We will be posting it in the Q&A in just a second.
All right. Thank you, Alma. And I guess I will pass it back to Michelle, who's going to talk first.
Thanks, Anthony.
All right.
All right. Well, here on our next screen or slide is the contact information for all of our participating PAC members in this morning's session. So if you'd like to take a screenshot or write it down real fast, we also were providing it in the chat. You can actually select all on the chat and save it in a Word document. That's very easy to do, and you can save all that information. Before we conclude this morning's event, I would like to bring back Michelle to say some closing remarks. Michelle. We are experiencing a little bit of, there she is. Here you go, Michelle.
You couldn't hear me? Okay. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I want to thank you all again for participating in our Public Agency Consortium session. I'd like to thank all our PAC members for participating in this event and providing fantastic relevant information. I want to do a special thank you to Alma Benuelos, Karen Lanahan, and Sydney Hucklebridge Key from the San Diego Unified School District for assisting us with this event logistics. We hope to catch you all during our afternoon session, and the PAC members participating will be Caltrans District 11, Metropolitan Transit System, San Diego Unified School District, City of San Diego, County of San Diego, Procurement Technical Assistance Center, Small Business Development Center, and the Department of General Services. Once you close out this session, you will be prompted with our post-event survey. Please take the time to fill this out as it will allow us to improve our district's future events. All resources discussed today by our PAC partners will be shared with those in attendance, along with the recording of this session shortly after the conclusion of the 3-day event. If you have any questions in the interim, you may reach out to our small business team at d11.smallbusiness@dot.ca.gov. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.